I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
More
You
No
podcast.
Today I want to discuss the difference between what Tim Grover calls coolers, closers, and cleaners, which is all discussed in his book Relentless. Tim worked with Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, and many other legendary athletes, and he helped them get their mind and body right. After working with incredible athletes like Jordan and Kobe, he coined these terms. These terms ultimately surround standards that different groups of individuals have, and it can be looked at as the difference between good, great, and unstoppable. People like Kobe and Jordan are cleaners, and by understanding the different terminology, as well as what each group does differently, you'll be able to work closer towards performing at a high level like Kobe and Jordan did. So I want to define each of the three terms, then use examples to clarify the difference between the three, and then lastly clearly define the characteristics of a cleaner. So I now want to define each of the three terms. A cooler is careful and waits to be told what to do. They watch to see what everyone else is doing and then they follow the leader. A closer can handle a lot of pressure, and they'll get the job done when put in the right situation, but the situation must be ideal for them and they must be told exactly what to do. The thing with closers though is they become uncomfortable when something unexpected occurs. And lastly, cleaners create opportunities, and they aren't afraid of the unexpected or being uncomfortable. And I want to use some examples used in the book to provide some clear differentiation between the terms. So coolers can have an amazing game, closers can have an amazing season, and cleaners can have an amazing career. Coolers worry about the competition and how they measure up. Closers study the competition and plan their attack based on the opponent. Cleaners make the competition study them. They don't care who they're facing and they know they can handle anyone. Coolers avoid taking the winning shot. Closers take the shot if they know they have a good chance of making it. And cleaners just trust their gut and shoot. They have no hesitation. Coolers won't offer to take on a role when they're uncomfortable with it. Closers will take the role if you ask them and they know they'll do well. And cleaners don't even want to be asked, they just do it. And the final example is that coolers let others decide whether they're successful or not. Closers feel successful when they get the job done, and cleaners never feel as if they've achieved success. And I now want to go through the Relentless 13, which are Tim Grover's 13 characteristics of a cleaner. So cleaners keep pushing themselves harder when everyone else has had enough. They get into the zones, shut everything else out, and control the uncontrollable. They know exactly who they are. They have a dark side that refuses to be taught to be good. They aren't intimidated by pressure and instead thrive on it. When everyone is hitting the in case of an emergency button, everyone's looking for you to save the day. You don't compete with anyone, you find your opponent's weaknesses and you attack. You make decisions, not suggestions, and you know the answer while everyone else is still asking the question. You understand that you don't have to love the work, but you're addicted to the results. You'd rather be feared than liked. You trust very few people, and those you trust never let you down. You don't recognize failure. You know there's more than one way to get what you want. And lastly, you don't celebrate your achievements because you always want more. If you want to become a performer at the highest level like a Michael Jordan or a Kobe Bryant, you must become a cleaner. And understanding the difference between coolers, closers, and cleaners, as well as the 13 characteristics of what a cleaner does, you'll become a high performer who creates a life of significance.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
More
You
No
podcast.